We are so happy to be back in person. Are you? We missed you all. I haven't hugged nobody in a while, but I know I can't do it now because of COVID. So I have the air hug, so we're just so happy to have you back. We are continuing with our theme of rising above every obstacle. And again, in the words of Kobe Bryant, he takes anything as a learning experience to rise above any obstacle, any problem that may come his way. He's not going to let it tear him down. He's going to use it to build up. So we are happy to be back on campus, to be back in person, to see our students. We didn't let COVID stop us. Those of you who participated with us last school year, we still kept on with our hands-on experiences. We're going to continue with that. We have a huge group of community services. Upward Bound, just to remind some of you, you joined this program because we're a college prep program. Since 1964, we've been helping students get to college, and that is our goal. That's your goal. But we also want to make sure you're a well-rounded person. So we want to make sure that you are able to enter and get into the colleges of your dreams for free. That is the goal. We're going to get through our part. We ask you to do your part. Due to COVID, we're still going to have some virtual. The staff will still have their Google Classrooms throughout the week. Some of our workshops on Saturdays will be Zoom still, but the bulk of them are back in person. And we're just so happy about that. We have planned a lot of great things for you. Upward Bound is to equip you with the skills you need, again, to enter and graduate college. So partnerships, Dr. Rogers is going to be talking about some financial opportunities, mentorships that we have involved in this course, as well as all of our online classes, our core classes, all of those workshops that we have. So we are looking forward to a great year. We have switched some things up for those of you who have joined during COVID. So this is your first time being with us in person. So just think of everything you did on Saturday online, but then just bringing yourself here and time that time 10. That's what a normal Saturday is going to be like. You get to make sure that you get to ask Mr. Velez any questions about your English assignment. And then if you come to UNLV and you're in English 102 or 101, you'll have him as a professor, which he knows he has a few of our students right now in some of his classes. So everything you did online, for those of you who may not have been online with us, that's all right, you're still family. If you were here before COVID shut down, you can remember everything we do, hands-on. We did dissecting, the activities that you did virtually that we sent home. Now you get to do those on Saturdays. And I won't go into much detail because then I don't want to step on Ms. Maxie's toes, but she'll be talking about that. So we are so excited that you are here with us. We're excited about being back on campus. And now I'm going to turn it over to our ambassadors to start us with our pledge. So if our ambassadors are still in the house, if they can come down front.
Hello everyone, my name is Austin. We're going to start it off with our pledge. Everyone,
please rise up.
I have
things that the university said we can go, we were like, we're gonna make it happen. But moving forward, students, any t-shirt you have, it's gonna have the pledge on it. Because we wanna remind you, and students and staff did that pledge in the 80s. We've been using it ever since. Because it's here to remind us, remind yourself why you're here. That you're gonna be here to be productive and plan for your future. Your success is our success. We know we work, but you show how hard we work by going and being successful. And your ultimate goal is to go to college. That's why you joined the Upper Bound program. So just know that we will be doing this pledge on Saturdays, not every Saturday, but when we have group meetings and things, we will start it with the pledge. We are expecting you to eventually know it by heart, so you don't even have to look up on the screen and read that. One of the things we do, and I'm gonna let you guys go first. Talk about the traditional. Okay, so in-house, we have our esteemed director, Deputy Executive Director, Dr. Keith Rogers, and I'll have him talk to you. He also is going to talk to you about a mentoring opportunity for our gentlemen, and then I'll come in and talk to the mentoring opportunity about our young ladies. So, Dr. Keith Rogers.
Late morning, early afternoon to everyone. And as Ms. George shared, we're so excited to be back in person, to have you to see your faces, while we have to refrain from the hugging that we would normally do and the handshakes. But no, we still have that same affinity towards you, but we're just trying to stay as safe as possible so that we can remain in person as much as we can. As Ms. Jordan shared, we are all about preparing you for college, but I know Ms. Jordan will talk more, the team will talk more about the Upper Bound component, but I'll talk a little bit more about what's ahead for you once you finish Upper Bound. Upper Bound is part of a national network of programs to support students to not just graduate from high school, but then to go to the college of their choice. UNLV is one of those locations where we have college level programs similar to Upper Bound, but these programs are at over 3,000 colleges and universities around the country. And so one of our aims for you is, if you decide UNLV is not your place of choice for your college education, we will help connect you to those other 3,000 plus programs so that you have someone that's going to care and help you, similar to what Upper Bound is doing for you until you graduate high school. And while you may go off to college wherever, you're forever UNLV Upper Bound. We're going to continue to follow up with you, make sure that you're successful. We will continue to be a resource that you can reach back out to us if you have any difficulties. Our goal for you is that everyone here graduates from college with no debt. That's our goal. I know our former Upper Bound student president was here this morning. I don't know if she's still here, but she is an example of that. She's going to USC, full ride, paid for. I am a recipient of the benefits of the program. I graduated undergraduate, no debt. My MBA, no debt. And my doctorate, no debt. And part of that, and many of our staff have similar stories. Many of us here, we were in the seats that you're in. And we've taken advantage of the program. We were participants in the program, and we've taken advantage of being in the program, and now we're here as professionals, giving back and sharing our experiences so that you learn from our mistakes and that you take advantage of all the many resources that Upper Bound provides to you directly, as well as those that we will be connecting you to through other resource providers. So I want to, that's my hype man right there. But like I said, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, we know that this is a commitment from you. You know, many of your friends are probably still at home or maybe just waking up on a Saturday. We know that it's a sacrifice. We know that it takes commitment, but it will pay off for you in the end. If you take it, you know, if you're going to be here, be all in, take advantage of all the opportunities. We know that it was difficult during the pandemic, but you all still persevere. You still, you know, logged in after you had done all your school logins. We know that the screen is, we're all tired of it, but you've shown that perseverance, that drive to succeed, and we appreciate it. And we're so glad to have you back, and we're looking forward to working with you through this high school journey, and then positioning you to be successful for the next phase, which is college and success. So I'll turn off sort of the upward bound speech, and then I'll transition to the mentoring side right now. And I'll ask some of my colleagues who are here to come up with me as I talk. But one of the things, we have the unique opportunity. We know that all the academics, you're going to get all that support. But one of the things we know that there's another side of success. It's the non-academic component. And one of the things that we've committed to doing is I'm representing Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. We have a foundation. We have decided that we want to invest our energy, our talents to supporting the mentoring for Upward Bound program. So we're going to have two different components. We're going to have one component that's going to be working with the male students, and then as Ms. Jordan shared, we're going to have another group that's going to work with all the females. And we're really going to hone in on all of the non-academic things like the soft skills, you know, communication, public speaking, leadership, working in a team environment, you know, understanding the hidden curriculum when you go off to college. We're also going to be embedding, we got a generous donation of $50,000 that we're going to use to infuse and support what we're going to be going through our mentoring with the students. We're going to be bringing in professionals from all industries to come in and show students how they got to where they are in their different professions. And I know a lot of times I ask the question, who wants to be a doctor? We have doctors here, two, matter of fact, right here. Who wants to be a lawyer? We have a few. We have lawyers. Who envisions being an entrepreneur? Owning your own business? Like Facebook and Google and all those. We have entrepreneurs. Who's interested in IT and software and hardware and technology? We have technology experts. Or if you're interested in being in public service or being in nonprofit, we have nonprofit experts here. And we're going to be bringing in all these different experts to just share their journey, and then also sharing how you can learn from their journey, and then have someone that you can speak to when you have questions about the industry, and you can get more insight on what is it really like to work in that profession. Many of us think we want to be these things because maybe what we saw on TV, what we heard or whatnot, but we're going to really pull back the layers so you can really see what's behind the curtain. You know, how do you link and correlate your education to a career? What it's like to interview to be hired in that profession? What is it like to work in that profession day to day? And what are the career projections within that profession? And so we're extremely excited to go down this journey with you all, with our mentors. I really hope that you all be intentional when we do have the mentoring sessions that's going to be embedded into the Upward Bound Day, that you are here on site. And if you aren't able to be here on site, well, you won't have quite the same experience, but we will be recording the sessions so that you can still review those sessions and still participate. And then, as I said, with the $50,000, we're going to be using some of that money to actually do scholarships for students in Upward Bound while they're participating in different activities within the experience for the males and the females. And then also, we're going to be awarded, where are our seniors at?
Come on, raise them high.
We are also going to be doing doing scholarships for our seniors to help get you on your way to college. So those scholarships might range between $1,000, $5,000 each. So we're going to be doing that as well. So it's going to be based on your commitment, your performance, and your investment in yourself and your future. And we're going to continue to build on this experience for our students. You know, $50,000 is just the first part of it. We have some other opportunities that we're going to be exploring to continue to enhance what we're doing financially to supplement all the things that Upper Bound is doing. So we're excited. We hope that you are too. And we, parents, we hope that the work that we do with the males and the females, that you notice a difference in them. I know some things we've talked about is on the male side is we want to make sure that every male has 1 to 2 suits. We want to make sure every male knows how to tie a tie, how to tie a bow tie. We want to make sure that all of our male and female students know how do you interview, how do you compete for student worker positions when you go off to college. You know, how do you interact with your faculty and your professors on campus? And how do you generally network and build your own personal network to benefit you on campus when you go off to college? And so we're going to be doing a lot of those things, and we hope parents that you see a difference in the students through this experience and give us feedback if possible. And we will also be looking at ways to get the parents engaged in some ways with that by giving the students some assignments to sort of engage at home and come back and share some of those conversations and setting goals for themselves and being able to move on those goals. So with that said, I'll stop talking. I know Ms. Jordan is going to share a few words on the female side, but we are excited, parents and students, and thank you.
You heard from Dr. Rogers about some of the stuff that's going to be happening on both sides. The Alpha men and the Delta. Yes, the Delta sorority will be having Les Femmes Du. That's the female sorority. They're going to be coming in and doing etiquette classes. They're going to be, as the men are being introduced to prominent men in the city, ladies, you will have the same networking and mentoring experience from their sister sorority that will be coming in, making sure that you get to be that strong woman that we know you are destined to be. So we are doing mentoring. We're back in person, so we will be having the ladies be mentors by their sister sorority, and they will be, Alpha will be mentoring our young men. All of them have, the women have, they have current principal, Mrs. Morgan. That's her sorority. She is a retired CCSD principal. They're, just as he said, they have staff and sisters in every field you can think of. Besides that, we will be partnering with various departments on campus. We have this year over 40 professors at UNLV who have signed up to mentor our students and talk to you about their careers. They will be bringing students, so you can see students who are majoring in those fields. Our goal is to make sure that when you get to college, if that's what you want to do, can we close the door on that? If that's what you want to do, you get to know exactly how it is. Where are the best cities to live in? Where are the starting salaries? What's the top salary? What's the best universities to go to? So we have huge partnerships starting this fall with you all. We also have, and I'll just mention it and let Ms. Wood talk about it, continue with a different part of College of Engineering that will be partnering with us as well. So we have a lot of people who want to come your way, and we're bringing them to you. And we hope that you are attentive and you ask questions so that you can get all the information, because you really want to know when you get to college, this is what I want to do. Changing your mind in college means a lot of money, so we don't want you to change it too many times. People do change it, and that's all right. We just want to make sure that that's what you want to do, you're properly prepared for it. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Archibald.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Good. All right. It's good to be back virtually. So some of you just joined last year virtually. So just to reiterate who the staff is, I'm Mr. Archibald. I am one of the coordinators. I oversee the oldest and biggest grant, which is C1, that oversees Desert Pines and Western High School. So this is a staff right here. Miss Maxey and Miss Bell just stepped out. They are also coordinators as well. We have Miss Jordan and Miss Wood, who are the assistant directors. So we also have Miss McKinney, who oversees El Dorado and Sunrise Mountain. So who else is there? Any other professional staff over here? Is Dr. Spoon over here? There's Dr. Witherspoon. She is one of the academic coordinators for Cheyenne, Canyon Springs, and Mojave High School. So this is the staff that's here to come out to your schools to help give you the services you need to go to college. Next slide, please. So this is our instructional staff for the year for Saturday sessions. So, oh, they're all over here. If everybody could please stand up, if you don't mind, please. So this is your.
Hello everyone, my name is Desmond Battle. I'm there. I graduated from UNLV in 2017. Right now I'm a computer scientist, like math evaluator for a test math now. So I evaluate math for casino games. I'll be one of the senior math tutors, possibly helping out with some other things as needed.
Hi everybody, right after myself, I'm Phil Peppers. I graduated from UNLV in 2019, and I'll be instructing everyone in higher level classes, calculus, and calculus. Fun fact, one of the things you might not know, if you're going for Bachelor of Science, pretty much any STEM field, if you need to take the calculus class, if you're going that route, it'd be awesome to see you guys on the first class.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Jones, there, and I'm going to be your tutor. So I also work at UNLV, and professionally I'm a chemist, and I work at
I'm Jeff Ellis. I'm up in the top right corner. I'm a 2005 graduate of UNLV, and I'll be doing college prep.
Hi everyone, my name is Tamika. Right over there. Currently I'm in UNLV for science with emphasis in biology. So I will be tutoring
And she's a former UNC student.
Hi, I am Mr. Les. I graduated from Purdue University with a Master of Science degree. I'm going to be careers and also looks like college and French degrees. Look forward to seeing you.
Elvis Williams, Alvin Eduardo, math classes. I'm from March, I've been several years. Actually, I was instructed on Legacy High School.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa. I will be teaching hospitality and assisting in a hotel as well. Educational wise, I'm a senior in hospitality and professional, I'm an assistant hotel manager for Dallas.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Mike. I have taught here at Upward Bound and teaching English the last 3 or 4 years. I've also taught at the university here at UNLV English, pretty much every English class we have for 18 years. And hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be right on the precipice in a year getting my PhD. With all of you, it's really great to be here. It's really great to be
Buenos dias, good morning. I am Padilla. I work at high school, Legacy High School. I teach Spanish and also language learner. And I'm going to be teaching Spanish and also at all those skills. We are going to have fun, cooking, and other stuff.
Hi guys, I'm Miss Castle. Hey Bounties. I'm going to do your drawing and animation. It's a drawing up there, but we're going to be having a big focus on animation. But, well, woo, yeah. Me and Mr. Boy will be doing a video maker space type thing where you guys can come in, we'll make some short films, learn how to do that type of stuff. So let's make movies, guys.
I'm Yoga Roy, do the robotics programming kind of stuff. If you've heard of Arduino, then you can show up with my class. And I also do video interface.
I'm Mr. Mays. I do think law, speech and debate, social studies, history, whatever.
Whatever I tell them to do.
I'm like him with the 7 years. I've been here 9 years. I'm a UNLV student, like 30 years ago. Yeah, it was. 30 years ago, I said this. But I'm looking forward to all the great exciting things because I love to talk. I like to have fun. I like to mentor students, and I am one of those Keep Rogers Alphas, 1906 for those who have read. Let me know. But guys, hey, UV is wonderful. It's wonderful. Look forward to it.
Thank you. Another round for our
Next slide, please. So this is more of our instructional staff on the very top there. These are also our PAs, our program assistants, to make sure you have what you need come to Saturday sessions. And this is also our security as well. So we're having Mr. Thomas is back over there. He's back as security for some of you that know him. We also, right now, we are having Miss D come in as security. For some of you that do Miss Betty, she used to be security, so now she is going to be doing program monitor. And then we also have Mr. Marcus as security as well. Next slide, please. So these are the Saturday sessions for the fall semester, every day shaded in gray. So our first regular Saturday session is going to be 2 weeks from now, September 25th. We're going to have 3 in October. October 16th is this very special Saturday. That's when we're going to have our Rebel preview. October 16th. December 11th is going to be our college field trip. I believe we're going to Arizona, yes? Arizona or San Diego come December 11th. So that's what we have in store for the fall semester. So every day shaded in gray is a Saturday session. So I know a lot of you sometimes like text me and say, hey, Mr. Archibald, do we have a Saturday or not? Please refer to this page right there. You'll see it in your handbook. Oh, screenshot if you need to. If y'all need a second to screenshot it. So refer to this. This is going to be your schedule from September through December.
And we will be emailing these out.
Yeah, you'll get an electronic copy of the handbook, and this is in the handbook, so you'll receive that next week.
And I'm going to give it over to Ms. Wood.
Don't worry, we'll put that back up at the end so you guys can take pictures if you need to. So, hello, I'm Ms. Wood, if you don't know who I am. My hair is purple this week. So, this is a rough outline of what your Saturdays are going to look like. I do have a small typo, but we'll forget about that. So your buses. Ms. Maxey's going to talk about the bus schedule. Oh, Ms. Jordan is going to talk about the bus schedule. But the buses pick you up anywhere from 7 to 8 a.m. You should get to campus around 8:15. You will check in with your meal tickets. You remember those meal tickets? And go to breakfast. The weekly presentations, that should be 9 to 9:45, not 9 to 8:45. Yeah, not a time bender. So that is when you will have your presentations from the mentor groups. That's also when we'll have the faculty presentations and probably some group meetings. Your first workshop starts at 9:50. Majority of your workshops are going to be 45 minutes long. Now, how many of you all did the online, the virtual? Okay. You guys remember how many did the summer virtual? Okay. You remember how the STEAM classes were like an hour and a half long?
Yeah.
Okay, STEAM is still going to be 2 blocks like that. The video makerspace class, 2 blocks like that. So know that when you're picking your schedule. So if you pick STEAM at 9:50, are you going to pick a 10:40 class?
No.
Thank you. If you pick video at 1:40, do you pick a 2:30 class? No. Okay, perfect. The one class that you do have to take is college prep though. I'm a klutz, by the way. So make sure that you always have the college prep for your graduation year. If you're a senior or if you're a junior, don't be taking college prep for class of 25, okay? Then we'll have 2 workshops, then lunch, and then activities. You guys remember activities? How many of you were on campus? Okay, we still have activities. And I made it about the same length as the classes instead of just a half hour. So you will have more time for arts and crafts or playing basketball or whatever it is that you want to do. And we might have some group meetings during activities. Not sure yet. Need to see how the schedule is going to work out. Then we have 2 more workshops. Then you get on the bus and you go home. Okay. Any questions about any of that? Yes. Yeah, we're going to go over that after all of this. Yeah. So, how many of you guys ever eat the dining commons with us? You remember Take 3? Yeah, we still do it. Okay, so.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Okay, these pictures, they do look like, well, at least the first one looks like an elementary school cafeteria picture. But this is just what the USDA had on their website. You need to pick 3 of the 5 food groups. Or else, go for broke. But yes, you need to have at least 3 of the 5. Same thing for lunch, breakfast and lunch. Now the reason why we do this, when you guys get all your food and then come check it in, don't get 1 plate and check it in and try and get another. It doesn't work that way. You only have to check it in the first time. You can go back for seconds or thirds or 25ths, whatever. But this is what pays for our field trips to San Diego.
Because we get reimbursed.
We get reimbursed for you guys checking in your meals. So if you want more out-of-state college tour type things, make sure you check in your meals. Make sure your friends check in their meals. Okay. All right. Workshop offerings. So our lovely academic staff over here are going to be teaching the majority of these classes here. Now, there's 2 down here at the bottom. This is another one of those partnerships that Ms. Jordan was talking about. UNLV College of Engineering. I didn't mean to do that. They are going to be teaching 2 different classes for us. Now, the difference between these, well, there's several differences. One, the classes aren't going to be over here in the CBC. They're going to be over in the engineering building. 2, they are taught by the UNLV Department of Engineering staff and students. So you will have an actual engineering professor and actual engineering students like Mr. McCoy who are assisting in the classes. 3, if you sign up for one of those, you're in it all semester. Because each class builds on itself. So if you sign up for drones, you're in it till December 4th.
And it's a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to be an engineer, you can put this on your resume, mentoring with UNLV professors and students.
But there's 2 different sections. One is for doing coding. So you're going to be designing apps for phones. Okay, and it's MIT. How many of you have heard of MIT? Massachusetts Institute of Technology, right? Okay, it's their curriculum. The other one down here, the hands-on drones, you're going to be building drones, and then you'll also get like a pre-built drone and learn how to do all fancy kind of stuff. So there's 2 different portions. All right. This is just a reminder for not only the classrooms, but also in the dining commons. If you make a mess, clean it up. Just common sense, right?
Yes.
Dining commons here is not like a normal buffet at the casino. They don't clean up after you. So you have to take your trays to the conveyor belt trash area and make sure that your area at least has all of the paper and your cups and plates and all that kind of stuff removed. You don't have to go out and like wipe down the tables or anything, but just make sure the area is clear. Same thing in the classrooms, especially in the computer labs. UNLV IT department likes to yell at us for messing up the chairs. So make sure the chairs are pushed in, the keyboards are where they're supposed to be, all that kind of stuff. The instructors also need to make sure that there's nothing left on the board if they wrote it. Doesn't matter if there was stuff in there when they got in there, we get yelled at if anything was left on the board. All right, Rebel Preview, this is something that Mr. Archibald mentioned. This is actually a partnership with UNLV Admissions. So the last time we did this was in 2019. So if any of you were here in fall of 2019, you might remember doing this. But various departments on campus come out and do presentations because guess what? They want to tell prospective UNLV students what they have to offer. So within the system for picking your classes, there will be a link for you to register for Rebel Preview, and you get to pick your workshops and all that fun stuff. You'll still be able to ride the bus. You'll still be able to eat breakfast and lunch with us. But the rest of the day, workshops are going to be conducted by UNLV departments. All right, and actually before we get into this, you might have seen me running around taping some QR codes on tables and walls and all that kind of stuff. We are not doing Google Forms anymore. All right, you're going to register through. How many of you used anything called Moodle? Anybody used Moodle before? How many of you used Canvas before? Okay. Very similar to Canvas, just in the way that it looks, and some of the things you can do in it. But you guys aren't going to have any grades, don't worry. This is just how you pick your classes. Okay? So I'm going to log into it so you can see, what it looks like. All right, so when you get in, there's an announcement section. They were just playing around and testing it, so they put the university's COVID stuff in there just to make sure they knew how to post announcements. But if you're interested in what any of the university's COVID requirements are, they're in there. So over here you have a main menu, Rebel Preview. That link is where you will register for Rebel Preview. Floor plans How many of you have never taken a class on campus physically with us? Okay, quite a few of you. I put floor plans to the buildings in here. So you'll be able to access this at any time. So if you say, oh shoot, I'm taking calculus, where is that? You can look on here and see, oh, it's in C117. And you can look at the map and see where it is. Yeah, we'll have people there to help you, but this is just so you can make sure you're at least in the right building. Available courses. This is where you will go to pick your classes. So, you'll see here it says workshops on 9/25, 10/9, 10/23. They're all in order by time. You don't have to do this right this instant. You don't have to pick all of your days right now. You can just start with the first day if you want to, if it's a little too overwhelming. Or you can wait till you get home on a computer, you know. But if you go through, you'll see some of them like Adult World. I already knew what Ms. Padilla's topic was, so I have the topic on there. Some of them, like the video classes, I didn't find out the topics until a little too late. So if you click on that I there, you'll see that Mixed Castle's name is there and their UNLV email address, and also the description of what you're going to be doing for that session. Okay, so I can help any of you if you need help walking through it. We can set up Zoom things, you know, in the week if you need help with it, doing it online. But another thing is, notice down here at the bottom it says semester-long courses. Those are those engineering classes I was talking about with the university engineering department. There's descriptions of what each of them are. There's coding and drones both at 1:40 and at 9:50. So if you want to do both, you can do one in the morning or one in the afternoon. Or if you just want to do one of them and do the rest with UB, you can do that too. But just know that if you're signing up for one of these, you're signing up for all of them. Okay? Any questions on this so far? Okay, so at some point today, these red QR codes that you see around, you can either take a picture of it and go to it later, or you can go ahead and register for it now. And what you're going to do is they've actually put all of you in there. If we have your information in our database, you're already in there. So the screen is going to look like this. The first time you're going to put your student ID number as your username. And the password, you're going to want to take a picture of this, is capital U, capital B, and then follow with a capital F at 2021. And that's a generic password, and then what it'll do is it'll take you to where you can create your own. Okay? Okay. So once you scan the QR code or go to the web link that's on the picture, it'll take you to this screen. Your username is going to be your CCSD or Nevada State or whatever student ID is. Everyone's password the first time is UBFall with a capital U, capital B, capital F, ALL, at 2021. Once you put that in, it'll direct you to where you can change the password to whatever you want. If you ever forget your login, like your password or anything, please make sure to go to the forgotten username or password section. It will have you go in and verify your information, like your name, your email address. If you go in there and see your CCSD email address, and that's not the one you normally use, you use a Gmail account, change it. Because that's where your password reset is gonna go. But I think I can go in and reset your password. Please do not create a new account. Please contact one of us first. But the QR codes are, like I said, scattered around the room. There's some on the tables, there's some on the walls. So you don't have to do it right this instant, but you have time, okay? All right, now to Dr. Withers.
You guys woke? Y'all woke? Who wants to who wants to go now? At the family reunion. No, never mind. All right. I had a whole rap plan for y'all, but y'all don't like wilding out, so never mind. So I'm going to go over the different diploma types. Now, a lot of this should be reviewed to you guys, but parents, specifically for you, it's important that you understand the different diploma types and the classes that the student should be taking every single year. Okay, there's advanced honors diploma, advanced diploma, there's the career technical diploma, and then there's a standard diploma. A lot of our students, we want them to aim for the advanced and the advanced honors diploma, but whatever diploma it is that they're going for, it is important that you, the student, you, the parent, understand what they need in order to graduate and get that diploma. So right here, it's showing the diploma. And you guys can get a copy of it. Okay, these are some more graduation requirements that you guys will get. I want to point out in here that make sure as students that you guys do not bomb your finals because it's worth a huge percentage of your grade. Okay? And every junior that's in the Nevada school system has to take the ACT in their junior year. So you will be taking that your junior year in class, but we also provide waivers for you guys to take it outside of your class as well. Okay? That just shows the scores that they're looking for you to be ready for any college in Nevada. Oh, and just a reminder that it is for your GPA. We are on the 4-point scale. That just means like your A's are worth 4 points, your B's are 3 reminders, right? Again, these were the different diplomas, right? The advanced honors. Making sure that you are taking all of these classes. In our first session, Ms. Jordan was talking about how there's a shortage with teachers, right? And sometimes classes are just not offered, or they're given priority to the upperclassmen, so they put you on something else. You as the parent and the student, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're on them. You're on them and you're like, oh, I need you to do that again. I need you to add into that class. And you guys already know, especially those who have me as their coordinator, we always go over your class schedule with you guys to make sure that you guys are enrolled in the right classes. And to get your high school diploma in this school district, they don't require for you to have a foreign language. But for those of you guys who want to go to college in California, they require at least 2 years of a foreign language. So that's where we come in and we're like, hey, you want to go to UCLA? We need you to have a foreign language to your schedule, right? So again, this is just a guide for you guys to understand and remember what classes you need to take for each diploma. Another way for you guys to meet the credit requirements is you can do external credit options, community service credits. We do offer community service opportunities for you guys in the program. You can do online courses, credit by exam, where you have to get a 70% or better on the exam. Dual credits, where you're taking more than one class at a time and taking college courses as well. Educational travel. If you travel, if you study abroad, that type of thing, you can get credits for that as well. And then the enrichment program credits. That's us, what we do in the summer. We are an enrichment program. So you guys can get credits for that. And then, anybody here in the band or music, play an instrument, anything like that? Okay. So for those of you guys who raise your hand, there is an opportunity that you may be able to get credits for a music equivalent credit. Okay, so just to let you guys know your options. That's it.
We do provide transportation at various of our target school sites. You do not have to go to that school. You just have to get to that bus. So we have them up there. So we have Cheyenne and Desert Pines. So if you're in Mojave or Canyon, all you have to do is get to the Cheyenne bus. We do have a Legacy bus. So if you live closer to Legacy, you can get to that bus. Then we have the Rancho, El Dorado, Sunrise bus, and we have Western. We looked at the schools that were the furthest, where we have some of our highest numbers, and that's where we provided transportation. Now, if you don't live in that area, but you still need a ride, we do provide RTC bus passes. So 24-hour bus passes, we'll give you one when you come. We'll give you one to get there, get back on the next Saturday Academy, then we'll give you one to get home. So just know we do provide transportation to help you get to the campus. Okay, so test dates. For the 10th and 11th graders, the PSAT is very important and will be offered this year at your schools on October 16th. It is very important that you take that test. That is the practice SAT. Juniors, if you do well in 10th graders, it's also your junior year. It's very important that come your junior year when you take the test. If you do well in that test and you become a National Merit Scholar, then that will then allow colleges to then offer you a full ride. Being a National Merit Scholar is like being an honor roll student at the college level. Colleges are looking for students coming out of high school who are National Merit Scholars and make them look good. That's like a $2,500 scholarship, I believe, but then they add, each university will add so much money to where you actually get a full ride. We do have prep, I think it's Mr. Les is doing our test prep. Are you doing test prep? No. Somebody's doing test prep. But we do have test prep to help prep you for those. For the SAT and ACT, our juniors and our seniors who are over there, we have waivers that we will help you waive the fee and take those exams. You can also see your school counselor, but know that Upper Bound always got your back, and we have waivers as well. And when you register, please put in our code so that we can get the scores from the SAT and the ACT department. Two other things to help you prep for those tests and prep for the best work that you can is tutor.com. We have been offering tutor.com for about the past 4 or 5 years now. It is 24-hour online tutoring. That's 24-hour, parents. They need help. There is 24-hour tutoring. There is somebody online that can help them in Spanish and in English, help them in regular classes, in AP as well as IB classes. For those of you, if you don't get to Mr. Mike, you can definitely submit your papers online to tutor.com, and they will actually give you some feedback of how to make sure that that is a great essay. We also have to help you prep for the test, another online service, which is ePrep. That's going to help prep you for the PSAT, the SAT, and the ACT. These are online services that you can log on anytime. Again, tutor.com. There's somebody behind you, but both are 24-hour programs. Another program we have is Virtual Job Challenge. Virtual Job Challenge. So you heard us, you heard Dr. Rogers and the Alpha Men talk about a midterm. We're going to be having a midterm. The Virtual Job Challenge is another way for you to find out more about your career. You have a host of staff, from our instructional staff to all of your advising staff, that can tell you about their majors and their careers, because we all get degrees, not in education, and some are in education, so we can talk to you. But Virtual Job Shadow is an online program where they have videos, documentaries from people in those fields, a lot of hands-on experience to help you create your resume. We got your back, so we'll be doing that as well. But it's a way to really know and learn more about the careers you're thinking about from people again in those professions. In our academic timeline, one of the things you're going to hear, you're going to see on line 9 and line 10 is UB3. Our UB3, we're going to shove it on you, is where we want you to know what are the top things, 3 things you know you need for the colleges of your dream. How much do they cost? What are the admission requirements? And what is the full pay? So if you're looking at Ms. Giselle, who was here, she will start USC in the spring. That's $80,000 a year. So she had to learn 3 years ago in the 10th grade. What was her UB3? She got there and she'll start, her program actually has a January start date. So she'll start there on a full ride because she knew what her UB3 was and she got scholarships. You heard Dr. Rogers talk about some scholarships. Again, our goal is to help you get to the colleges of your dream with as much free money as possible. We know we work. If you get out of this program what you put in. If you come here and you want to be shy and a little hard-headed and don't want to listen, then you may not benefit that much. But for those of you who just want to eat up all the services that we're offering, you'll be like Giselle and so many of our other students. We got a student who's a freshman at Harvard this year, also on a free ride. We got them at CSN, free rides. If you say free rides, free rides. We got them at UNLV. Our goal is to make sure that as many of you that can get that money. So UB3 is what we use to make sure you know what your top schools are, but it's also our guide to help by each grade level make sure that we're meeting your academic needs, that we're preparing you academically. And some of this is repetitive because it keeps going on each year until you get in that seat. So that's our academic timeline. Another thing is our Club Nation. Come join, you already joined the program, you're in the family, now be part of the nation. And this is where you can get involved. We have our tech club, and our tech club, Mr. Archibald runs our tech club, but he'll also be working with Mr. Santiago and Ms. Scott about that because they're doing the video classes where we do videos. If you look on YouTube, you'll see some of the videos that our tech club has uploaded over the past few years. We have our student ambassadors who help everybody in Upper Valley. Is an ambassador for Upper Valley. We need you to also be our student ambassadors and show your leadership skills. So they work with different organizations. They help with community service events, help with our group meetings and things like that. So we encourage all of you to do that. Ms. Maxey is still over activities. So those of you who joined during COVID, we send all those activities home. Now you're coming to us. So now we have the in-person activities. We'll have the outdoor sports, so soccer, flag football, beach volleyball, basketball. We have our game room. We still do the e-gaming that Mr. Gallegos is over. And for those of you who can't sing and don't have no problem, come join me with karaoke. Because I can't sing and I have no problem singing. So come join me, and if you can't sing, come show us all up. Show us how to do it. So we have various activities from art, you name it, that we still do. We sit at home, now you're coming here, we're doing it in person. Then we have our book club that Dr. Witherspoon is over. We are so proud of our book club. We started it this summer. Dr. Witherspoon and I will be taking 2 of the book club members. We're leaving this afternoon on a flight at 3 to Atlanta, Georgia. We competed with thousands of other TRIO programs nationwide this summer, and we actually were chosen and won. They the Council of Opportunity of Education have a conference that starts Sunday, and our students we will be taking them to. They have to do a video, a community service event, and some other activities, and they uploaded that, and the Department of Ed liked it and wants to have those two students. Okay, there's one. Is the Kyla? She's a senior. The Romy and the Kyla, they will actually go get over their nerve. This is where we want you to, and they'll be speaking to hundreds of people and thousands of people representing TRIO programs all around the U.S. about our book club. We did John Lewis' Good Trouble book. And so he talked about the good trouble he did in getting in trouble and arrested and things for civil rights. And they're talking about the good trouble they're doing right now. So there's bad trouble and there's good trouble. And that's what the book was, and that's what we're doing. So we're so proud of our book club. Dr. Rogers, I want to reiterate that. If you didn't catch him this morning, his organization, he does have $50,000 that he has obtained to where we're going to be using our book club and some other things with those scholarships from $1,000 to $5,000. So we are encouraging all of you to be a part of our book club, because that will give you some scholarship opportunities that you can start saving some money for college right now.
So right now we're looking at the academic norms with the social code of conduct. We expect the students, you guys are returning students, you know our expectations, right? Act like UB students, be like UB students, think like UB students. We're gonna hold you guys to the highest level of integrity. So you guys go out there and be great students moving forward. We're also gonna be looking for support from the administration, staff, community, teachers, anybody to help you mold you into that great, they'll continue to mold you to that great and wonderful respected student. Next slide, please. The academic access is honesty. You guys have been working with us before. You know about the plagiarism, you know about you take somebody else's work, you be suspended from school, all the way up to somebody actually filing charges on you. You know, Ms. Gordon shared it before. She thought that she could use her previous papers of hers, but she plagiarized her own self again. So sometimes you can't pat yourself on the back too many times.
I did. I called and they were like, this paper's already submitted. I said, by me. They were like, yes, and you cannot use it again. So, yes, so you can plagiarize yourself.
All right. And then right here, you guys will have the booklet. What you all get is using your first and last name and then on the application. You know how we address our adults and ourselves and everything like that. So no disrespectfulness. And also, you get back into the realm of, being around one another. You know, up and down, this is great amongst everybody else, but just to let you know, inappropriate use of email or discussion form, sent to this chat will not be tolerated. Also, you'll respect one another, and you're going to continue to move forward with that as well. Next slide. Next.
Well, just a reminder that due to COVID, we still will have some workshops that will be offered virtually. The staff will still have their usual classrooms throughout the week, but some of our Saturday workshops, they are in person, but we also will have those on Zoom, so we gotta remind you of the virtual expectations.
Yep, so we're gonna keep everything, everything together. And also, about this reporting concern, incident form, and everything like that. Again, continue to be an advocate for yourself. You got this form filled out as soon as something happens. This is no pad, anything like that. Write it down, get it to us. Leadership, our staff, that gives us, and we'll take care of that situation. Nothing has changed yet. We know your safety and your security to the highest level of the function of this program.
All right. Like Mr. Mallard mentioned earlier, you'll get a copy of this Nevada law, state law about sexual harassment. So I won't go all over it. I'm just going to do a couple quick points. We don't tolerate any kind of harassment, written, oral, or cyber. Okay, so there's no text messages sending that working names or anything like that, letters. Just, we're UP students, be respectful, and everything, we should be fine. That's it, just not, we don't tolerate. Okay, if you have any questions, talk to one of the admin or ourselves. And to give you an example, these are examples of what harassment might be, threats, along with the facts. So understand that, you have a copy, inside here right now.
Okay, so this is the time, where we just want to remind you, we'll be sending this out. Please remember to join our Remind, because I'm not sure if I set up the class of 25 yet.
It's already set up.
That's enough, thank you. So please take out your phone, students, if you have not done so, please join your class. As parents, you can join the class of your child, and you just put parent of, yes. It's not a new one. If you're already in it, fine, but if you change your cell number, your email, you need to sign up again. And we're waiting for the person who got the new number to yell at us on Remind, stop texting me. They don't say it that nicely, they always put some 4-letter words in there. But if you are already in it, you're fine. If you have not joined, please join our Remind parents. You would join the Remind of the graduating class of your child or our children, and then the parents, so you'll know and keep informed of what we're doing. If you do not have a cell phone, you can join via email. Please put the email that you look at the most, so you can keep up to date with the activities that we are doing. We did not say when we went over earlier the Saturday schedule. The last week of December, I am planning an out-of-state college tour. I'm gonna see who bites first. We're looking at either going to Arizona or going to San Diego. You want San Diego? So, right now I'm looking at an overnight, even though it's one day, we'll let you know and keep you informed. Leave on Friday night, come back either like Old Dark 30 Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon. So we are planning that. We will be putting that on Remind. We don't want you to miss these things that we're doing. Now, our class of 2022 is over there right now having an admission presentation. One of the things we have is our Bridge program. Our Bridge program is a culmination of everything that Upper Bound is about. That's when we stop talking, when we stop prepping, and the summer after you graduate high school, we actually enroll you in a UNLV Summer Session 2 college class. That class, if you do well on the SAT and ACT, will be a 3-credit class or 4 credit that will transfer to most universities. It is transferable to all. It depends on other universities whether they will take it. But we've had several students this year. Giselle is now at USC. She took an economic 102 class this summer, and that has transferred. We have Caleb, who came to UNLV, and we have Aaron, who's at UNLV, who took a pre-calc 127 class. Then we have several students who may not have done that well on the SAT and ACT. So we worked with the Academic Success Center, which is the tutoring center at UNLV. And that put them in the ALEKS program where it tested them into anywhere from 9 Math 95 all the way up to those STEAM majors, which was Calculus 181. So that's where, again, we don't talk anymore, we don't prep anymore, we enroll you in a class. That is very important because as using Giselle Strong, I paid $1,200 for her economic class, but that's like a $6,000 at USC since it's $80,000 to go there a year. So it's very important. $1,200 at UNLV, $300 at CSN, or $6,000 to $7,000 when you're at one of those ridiculously high top schools. So that's a way to let you then know what a college professor is. You've been here on Saturday, you've been online, then now let's put you in a college class, let you know exactly what our teachers over here who are teaching at the university level, let you know what they're expecting of you. And so that's why we want everybody to be a bridge. They get a Rebel card for the summer. They give them full access to the university. They can use the weights, everything in the recreation center. Of course, they're getting extensive tutoring and mentoring. They have a shorter class schedule. So for those of you who are being online or who did the summer of 2019, you were in class all day, like on Saturdays. But in the summertime, our bridge students have their 50-minute to 2-hour college class, an hour of tutoring, and then an hour of college prep, and they're done for the day. That gives them time to finalize whatever they still need to do, go to orientation, whatever they need to do with our college program. So you'll be hearing about that a lot. Join the bridge, come your senior year. Now I turn it over to Ms. McKinney.
Right, how you guys doing? The omelet, the chicken, and everything you're gonna get when you go to the dining common. Oh, you got, we gotta do the rap. We got Title I. Take a look at this. Parents, I'm not gonna talk to the students right now. They know. Parents, do you know how much free stuff is in this city coming out of your school? And the fact that we're gonna be talking to the students about where to go get them. Title I schools have free school breakfast and lunch. They have backpack school supply, transportation, emergency clothing. We help you. We're not just academic. You don't even know. Your student calls us on Saturdays and Sundays and we answer the phone. I got a call at church. Do you have an SAT? I see you on the little third row of this little person. I answer. That's what we do. Okay? As a whole group. Take a look at this Title I hope. You don't even have to be homeless. Okay? Number 2. I love this, Project 150. They have curbside food distribution, Betty's Boutique, gentle use, clothing, and brand new clothing. Young man found a size 19 shoe. He didn't think it was possible, but all of this is grab your student ID, okay, and go down there and visit. You get a chance to go once, is it once a week or once a month? Yeah, you get a chance to go once a month. But the thing is, let's have some dialogue as to some needs and different things, because there's so many resources in this city. You will be surprised at what is available. So first thing, find out what's in the school. Okay. Second thing, talk to us leaders. This week, I learned a young man just lost his mom. And we're dialoguing with him and everything. It's tough. We become that parent at night, at day, and then some when you're not around. We are here to help them. We actually like and love your students. Okay? This is not a babysitting job. It's not dominant. I always call my boy, and sometimes I got to explain that to his father. He wasn't like that when I met him. Don't he look like he can go play in the NFL or something? We getting him ready, right? What did I say? Keeping it real? Okay? I get a lot of energy because I don't have kids. They be coming, okay? And so get on top of those resources. If you have a question afterward, as you're going to get your homemade waffle, okay? And your tricks and whatever you want to eat, talk to us, okay? All right. Thank you.